Hi there, welcome to Aptitude. This is my second video related to AMCAT. The first video was about why AMCAT is important and why should you take AMCAT. And this video is about what you should do to prepare for AMCAT and stick around till the end of the video for some tips and reminders for the test. So let's get started. What is AMCAT? This is something that we had covered in the previous video as well, but still let's look at it again in a more descriptive manner. AMCAT is Aspiring Minds Computer Adaptive Test. We had already covered this. It is a standardized test to quantify the skills of a candidate. It helps organizations select the right candidates for the job. They directly mail you whenever there is an opening for a job profile if you are eligible for it. And how do they test if you are eligible for it or not? They check all the details that you have entered about yourself. On top of that, they check your AMCAT scores as well. That is how they check your eligibility. Now, what is a computer adaptive test? It's a test that adapts as per the performance of the test taker. What does that mean? We'll learn about it. Questions get easier or tougher as per the candidate's answers. Now, what does this mean? This means if you mark an answer correctly, then the next question will get tougher. And if you answer an answer wrong or an incorrect answer if you mark, then the next question will be easier. Now, if the next question, don't worry, if the next question gets tougher, the weightage of the marks of that question will be much higher than an easier question. So don't worry, don't think that just because the question gets tougher or easier, the marks are going to be same. That is not the case. If the question becomes tougher, the weightage will also be higher. If the question becomes easier, the weightage of the marks for that particular question will be lower. And yeah, please note this one thing, you cannot go back to a previous question. All adaptive tests are like this. You cannot go back to a previous question because your next question depends on the previous answer. So obviously you cannot go back to a previous question. Now, AMCAT test pattern and format. The time duration of the test is 3 hours maximum. Now, if at all you finish a section quickly, then you can finish it in 2 hours, 2.5 hours as well. Depends on you. It is an online proctor based test. That means first they will check your webcam and everything correctly if your computer is well suited for the exam or not. And after that, it is an AI based system which scans your face the entire time. So you have to keep on facing the system. You have to look down only while you're doing some rough work. You cannot look away from the computer. You cannot look left, right too much. If you do that, that will get flagged and you'll get a warning. Another thing that you cannot do is you cannot shift a tab. That means you cannot open another tab. If you do that, again you will get one warning, and after that if you do that again, then you will be disqualified. Or sometimes what they do is they'll take all that data and they will send that to the companies. And then the companies will decide whether to actually take you or not to take you. So be careful, please don't do that. It's an adaptive test we already discussed. There is no negative marking. That is a wonderful thing about this test. There is no negative marking. That means leaving a question unanswered is a crime. Do not leave a question unanswered. Now we have 5 compulsory modules. The first one is obviously English comprehension. That is verbal ability, normal vocabulary and grammar based topics. We'll look at it in detail in some time. Then we have quantitative ability, that is obviously basic mathematics. After that we have logical reasoning, that is logical reasoning. After that we have automata, that is programming, and this one is compulsory for all the departments or all the branches of engineering. If you're an MBA student, you won't have this obviously, most probably you'll have MS Excel. Now, some engineering students might ask, why am I supposed to write automata? If you are from a civil department or the mechanical department, then you would probably have this question in your mind, and which is fair. Now, the thing is, there are many companies out there which hire engineers from any department, even if they are a little bit good at programming. So if you have an affinity towards programming, and there are companies out there who are willing to hire you, then there's no harm, obviously. That is why Automata has been made compulsory for everybody, because coding is something that everybody knows the basics of. Everybody has studied this in the first year of engineering at least. After that, we have personality inventory test. This one is a behavioral test. Obviously, you will be given some situations and then you have to select if you agree with the statement or you disagree with the statement. That's it. After that, we have the domain based modules. Now these are two modules. Okay, these two modules can be your own choice, or most probably they will be predetermined for you based on the branch that you select over there. Now this is the most important part that you guys have been waiting for, the section details. Now English comprehension has 18 questions and 15 minutes time, and the number of marks is 900 marks. Quantitative ability, we have 16 questions, time is 25 minutes, 900 marks. Logical reasoning, 12 questions, 20 minutes, 900 marks. They're all 900 marks. By the end of the session, I'll tell you what is a good score out of 900. Okay, so stick around for that. Personality, there are 72 questions and only 15 minutes. So don't worry, there's nothing that you need to calculate over here, obviously. They'll just be situational based questions, and all you have to do is mark either you agree or disagree with that statement. That's all. There are no marks for this. They just analyze your behavioral traits based on the answers that you give for those questions. Then we have Automata. Automata has only two questions but a total of 45 minutes. So obviously the questions are a little bit crazy over there. But don't worry too much. I'll give you some material to prepare for Automata. Okay, so stick around for that. I'll give you something. Maximum marks for Automata is 100 marks. Now domain 1 and domain 2, everything depends on the domain, on the section that you select. Number of questions, time, the maximum marks, everything depends on the domain. Okay, overall the maximum amount of time taken for an AMCAT test is 3 hours. Okay, if you add them up, obviously it is less than 3 hours, so over here they'll make up for 3 hours or perhaps 2.5 hours. Like I said, you can finish the exam in 2 hours as well, depends on you. Now let's talk about the syllabus. First, let's talk about the English comprehension part. First, we have vocabulary. Obviously, in vocabulary, you have synonyms, antonyms, and contextual vocabulary. In the sense, they will give you a small sentence and then they will ask you, based on this sentence, what does this word mean? Grammar. Now you have error detection. You will have a sentence given and there will be some or the other error in that sentence, or there might be no error in that sentence. So you have to mark the answer accordingly. And sentence improvement, it's almost the same thing. It's just that they will give you a sentence in not that efficient manner and then you have to make that sentence a little better. And obviously you have reading comprehension. This will not leave you anywhere. No matter what kind of exam you write, reading comprehension is always there. Now we have quantitative ability. First of all, we have basic mathematics. In basic mathematics, we have number systems, divisibility rules, units, places, HCF and LCM, and we have algebra, decimals, fractions, powers, normal basic mathematical stuff which we were familiar with till 7th standard, 8th standard perhaps. After that, we have applied mathematics. This is the interesting part. We have percentages, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, ratios, averages, mixtures and allegations, time, speed and distance, time and work. This is the regular stuff that you learn in aptitude classes as well. After that, we have modern mathematics, or some people call it engineering mathematics. So you have permutation, combination, probability and logarithms. Now we have logical reasoning. Let's see. We have number series, letter series, pattern completion, all series type of problems. Analogies and classification. In classification, they will basically ask you odd one out. Seating arrangement, both linear and circular. Blood relations, ordering and ranking, direction sense, coding and decoding, syllogisms and data sufficiency. These are the topics that are asked. Where to prepare from? Now this is the $1,000,000 question. Now that we know what to prepare, now I have to tell you where to prepare from or how to prepare. So the first piece of advice that I'll give you regarding this is everybody's favorite, indiabix.com. When you go to indiabix.com, this is what you will see. All you have to do is for arithmetic aptitude, that is quantitative analysis, quantitative ability, this is where you have to go. For verbal ability, you have to go here, and for reasoning topics, you have these 3 topics. Okay, so you click on them and then you will have a bunch of topics over there. You will have a lot of questions, and the beauty of this website is that there are questions, there are answers, and there are solutions, everything available for free. And the thing is, IndiaBix difficulty level is the same as AMCAT difficulty level. So if you can solve all the questions from there, then AMCAT is in your pocket. And I'll also give you a Google Drive link in the description below. Okay, in that Google Drive link, you will have previous year's questions and everything, and also a few short questions from Automata. So you can just browse through that Google Drive link and download the material and then start solving. Now few tips and reminders. This is very important, so please concentrate and do not forget these tips and reminders during the exam. This is the most important tip or the most important reminder that you should not forget at all during the test. Please note down your security questions answer and the 15-digit AMCAT test ID. You have to note down these 2 things. Why? Because later on, if at all there's a power cut or an internet issue and you have to resume the test later, you have to log back in, and then if you have to resume the test again, they will ask you to enter your security questions answer and your 15-digit AMCAT ID. You have to have it. Okay, I cannot stress this enough. This is extremely important. Extremely important. And the security questions answer is case sensitive. So be careful about capitals and smalls. Now, after entering your email ID, triple check it. This again is extremely important, people, because the thing is, if you get a good score in AMCAT, okay, after that the companies will send you offers in the email ID that you have entered while registering. Now, if at all you have made a stupid silly mistake while entering your email ID over there, then that will be an issue. That will be a huge issue. You will not receive any mails basically, and you won't even be able to log into myamcat.com in your dashboard. So even though you got amazing scores, that will be absolutely useless because you have entered a wrong email ID, and all the messages and all the mails and all the offers are going to that wrong email ID. So when you enter your email ID, triple check it, check each and every letter, each and every character, each and every dot. Okay, there are people who enter their college name wrong, there are people who enter the Gmail as email, or sometimes they screw up the position of @ people make all sorts of mistakes. All right, so please triple check it, check that each and every letter is at the correct position. These 2 are the most important tips. After that, some normal tips. Keep your browser updated. Firefox works best with AMCAT. This is what I have seen. Chrome also works. There is no issue with Chrome. But if at all Chrome stops working for some reason, or if you are not able to switch on your webcam through Chrome, then I have seen that using Firefox usually solves the issue. So use Firefox itself to begin with. Now keep multiple pens and pencils and rough sheets with you, because you won't be able to get up to get a pen or to get a sheet and all that, because you have to always be in front of the camera. So please keep multiple pens and pencils and rough sheets with you, right beside you. Don't just keep one pen, because if that stops writing, you are screwed. Do not do that. Keep multiple pens that write, and obviously rough sheets. If you face any kind of issues, use the live chat option provided in the mail. You will receive the mail and you will receive a link of a live chat option. Whenever you have an issue, you can go over there and get your issue sorted. Enter all the details in capital letters except for mail ID. Whatever details you have to enter in the beginning of the test, make sure you enter everything in capital letters. Mail ID can be small, otherwise everything else in capital letters. Okay, it will just help avoid any confusion later on. Okay, now about the scores. How much score are you supposed to get? First of all, this is extremely important. You have to attempt 75 to 80% of the questions in each module to get a score. You have to do that. Okay, you have to do that. Otherwise, your score will end up being -1. That is not 1, that is -1. Okay, so so for example, let's take the quant section. Quant section has 16 questions for you guys. Now you need to mark minimum of 12 answers to get a score. 12 is 75% of 16. So if you end up marking 11 answers, suppose, even if all the 11 answers are absolutely correct, you will still not get any score. You will still end up getting a -1 over there. Okay, so you need to mark at least 12 answers. It doesn't matter if they are wrong, but you have to mark 12 answers. Okay, that is for 16 questions. If the number of questions is more, then you will have to end up marking more answers. So my suggestion to you is you keep an eye on the timer. Okay, the timer will be somewhere on the top over here. Okay, it will be somewhere on the top over here. And when you see that there's only 1 minute remaining, mark random answers, do inky pinky ponky. Just do that. Just make sure you don't leave any question unanswered, because it really doesn't matter. Anyway, there's no negative marking, so there's nothing to lose. Okay, you see 1 minute remaining, mark random answers. Now, what is a good score? A good score is 550 plus out of 900. Okay, this is good enough for a mid-sized company. And an excellent score is 700 plus out of 900. If you get 700 plus out of 900, this is good for MNCs. Okay, Deloitte could call you if you get 700 plus out of 900. I'm not talking about just one section. I'm talking about each and every section, whatever section they are looking for. For example, Deloitte will just be looking for English, logical, and quant. In all the three, in each and every one, you have to get 700 plus. Then you will get an interview call from them. And there are some other companies also like that, which will give a pretty good package. Now, you wrote the exam, you got the scores. What after that? Now the AMCAT scorecard will be available on the official website. Okay, the official website is myamcat.com. You can go there, log in with your details, and then you will get the scorecard. Again, the login details will be sent to that email ID which you have entered. And I'm telling you again, if you have entered the wrong email ID, you will not be able to log in. And that's it, done. Even if you forget the password, it's okay. But if you forget the email ID, it's gone. Password can be recovered. They'll send you an OTP in the email ID. But if you have entered the email ID wrong, then nothing can be done. Now the scorecard will also be shared with all the recruiters. Obviously, that is what AMCAT does. They share all your scores with all the recruiters, and then the recruiters shortlist based on their own filtration processes. Now the recruiters match candidate skill sets with the job roles that they have. Whatever satisfies, whatever doesn't satisfy. After that, the candidates start receiving interview calls or mails as per their AMCAT scores. Okay, this is what happens. Now you can also visit your dashboard on www.myamcat.com and then apply for jobs from there directly. You don't have to wait for them to mail you. When you go there and log into your account, you will see that there'll be a lot of offers over there just waiting for grabs. You look at the offers, you check the details, you check the job location, job profile, salary, package, everything. If it's to your liking, then apply right there. So this is what AMCAT is all about. Okay, please watch the first video if you haven't watched already. And if you have any more doubts, please comment them below. I will try to answer as many questions as possible. Thank you so much and all the very best for your AMCAT test.